I just helped a client earn 50K in recurring revenue through a Kajabi membership site. As you can see, we launched this about 2 weeks ago, and this is the result of the promotion. About 22K came from the monthly plan, and about 28K came from the annual plan, and the remaining 7K came from other products and services that they were offering. But in this video, I want to walk you through step by step what we did so that you can take similar results in your business. Now, this person came to me and they had the revenue goal of earning something recurring through a low ticket membership because they wanted to spend time with their kids, they wanted to travel and enjoy the summer, and they were just at a point in their career where they started to feel the entrepreneurial and even the YouTuber burnout. And so they came to me and they already had a team in place. And so I do give a lot of credit to their team because even though I did give a lot of work, I was giving the guidance and direction, it really was a team effort. So I really want to give them credit. And to begin this process, again, I want to walk you through step by step what we did. And to start, we really used two main tools. The first one was Kajabi to offer the product, to host the landing pages, and even to send out marketing emails. I do have an affiliate link down below, and if you use that link, you get a free 1-hour session with me where I will help you to make the most of the platform. So especially if you're someone who plans to run a long-term and sustainable business, really Kajabi has everything that you need. This person in particular was really grateful that they chose Kajabi because it truly is a business in a box. And once you hit a certain point in your business, like I'm telling you, it has all the tools that you need and you won't need to run around and try to duct tape all these other subscriptions together. And so we were using Kajabi as one main tool. And then the second main tool was also YouTube. So this person did have an established YouTube audience. They had over 1 million subscribers on the platform. I want you to know though that this client of mine is choosing to stay anonymous just for their brand. They don't like to flex how much they make. However, they did give me permission to share who they are privately. So if you would like my guidance, if you are a bigger YouTuber or an entrepreneur and you would like this kind of help, if you apply for a discovery call with me, I'm more than happy to tell you who this bigger YouTuber is. But those of you who are listening who aren't a big YouTuber, know that you can still launch a successful membership even if you have a smaller audience by creating the right content for your target audience and giving a ton of value and getting them to know, like, and trust you. I have a bunch of videos on my channel where I talk about how I've helped smaller YouTubers to accomplish this. So don't get discouraged. Even if you're not using YouTube, if you have a smaller audience on another platform, you can make this happen for yourself. Now, the first thing I did with this person, which is the most important step, I'm telling you, if you skip this, you will ultimately fail in this whole process. The first thing we did is we got crystal clear on her dream lifestyle, because if we did not do this, we would have created a membership that wasn't in alignment, that cost her a lot of her time, her energy, that caused her to be burnt out and unfulfilled. And so we asked ourselves, will a low ticket membership accomplish that? Yes. And at the time, we had a general idea of what that membership would entail. So we knew, okay, we want to offer the past course material, we want to do a monthly live Q&A, and we also want to create a directory so that members can find questions to their answers through the directory. And we asked ourselves, okay, is that in alignment with what your audience wants and needs? Because that's something that you need to make sure, because I one time had a client who was a men's dating coach and he wanted to offer a membership. However, we discovered that that's not something that his target audience necessarily wanted. Men didn't really want to sit around and talk about their feelings and to give dating advice in that sort of setting. And so that actually leads to step number 2, which is conducting market research. So what I did next with this person is we went online and we found other people in her niche who were offering a membership. So we went onto Google and we typed in the niche membership site. We also went to YouTube and we typed the same thing. This person already knew of previously existing people in her niche who were offering a membership site. And so we really dug deep into those people and what they were offering in their membership. We studied their landing pages, what they were offering in the membership in terms of the features. And we were also studying the reviews so that we knew, okay, what did people like? What did people not like? So when you're doing this, everyone, remember to come at it with the intention of not to copy, but just to get proof of concept and to get inspiration about what's already working. Another thing that this client did to do market research was that they ran polls in their YouTube community tab. So they were asking questions like, hey, if I launched a membership, would you be interested? How much would you be willing to pay? They even asked, which of these do you think is the best name for the membership? And also, what do you want to learn? This gave them really good data to work with, and we were able to create a membership site that was in alignment with what her audience already wanted and needed. So if you are someone who maybe isn't using YouTube, there are other ways that you can do market research. So I do encourage you, if you have another social media following like Instagram, then you can run polls on there as well. Or you could even talk to people in your niche who are your target audience and just ask them like, hey, I'm thinking of running a membership to help people just like you. You know, what would you like to learn? How much would you be willing to pay? Things like that. It's a really good idea to actually talk to these people directly if you don't have tools like this client had, like a big audience on YouTube to run polls to. After we did that, the third step that we took is we solidified solidified the what and the how. Let me explain. So the what encompasses what people are going to learn. So we mapped out a roadmap that her members would follow once they joined to get to their desired result. It's very similar to how I have this 5-step playbook right here, so that when people go to my website, when they hear me talk in my YouTube videos, they know exactly how I guide people to their desired result. And I encourage you, if you create something like this, try to create an infographic so that you can show it in your YouTube videos like I'm doing right now, and also so that you can put it on your landing pages. This is exactly what I did for this client right here. And then the how of it is just the logistics. So we really solidified that. So we decided, okay, this is exactly what we want to offer. This is when the monthly live Q&As are. This is the pricing. This is the different plans. So we had a monthly plan, we had an annual plan, things like that. We got really solid on what the logistics were so that people knew before they purchased. And we ensured again that this was in alignment with her ideal lifestyle. The fourth step that we took is we created a high converting landing page. This was mainly my role. Remember I said that we were working in a team setting. My role was mainly to work on the landing page, and I was also directing the other team members with their roles, which I'll explain later on what they did. But yeah, this landing page had a conversion rate of 7.8%, which is the highest that I've ever seen. The industry standard conversion rate is 2%. So that means that 7.8% of people who went on the page actually made a purchase. So this landing page had key elements on it that led to conversions. Remember that this person does want to stay anonymous, but I do want to show you my low ticket membership page because our pages mirror each other and they contain a lot of the same elements. So this landing page here has all of the key elements of a high converting page. Again, I added a lot of these elements onto my client's page, which is why they got so many sales, but let me break this down for you. So first off, we want to have a strong headline that clearly says who this is for and what problem you're solving for them. So it's crystal clear that this is a beginner membership for YouTubers and entrepreneurs, and you can see the outcome here. It's for those who want to transform their YouTube into a cash generating powerhouse that earns 100K plus a year with that experience, paid ads, or over 1,000 subscribers. So it's good to have like a sub headline that really says all the alternatives that you don't need to take. So in this case, they don't need to have experience. They don't need to run paid ads or have this big audience like a lot of people make it seem. And so you want to do that for your page. You want to be crystal clear in the headline who this is for and really what that outcome is, and also how you're there to help. So in this case, I'm offering a membership. You definitely want to have video on a landing page. That increases conversion rates significantly. So you want to be explaining in this video basically everything that we're going to be covering in the rest of this landing page. You just want to be verbalizing that and really prompting them to take the next steps of clicking the button and making that investment. Another element of this page is that there is a strong reason to act now. So 6 days ago, it was my birthday, and I ran a birthday week sale where people can get 25% off. So as you can see, there's a countdown timer, and my client also had this timer as well for like the launch special, and that's why she got so many sales. If you remember in the beginning when I was showing her data, she got a lot of sales towards the end, and that has to do with this timer right here. It gives people a reason to act now. So here they can see everything that they're going to get when they purchase. So they can see that, okay, when you make this purchase, you're going to get access to this library of lessons in the course, and it's going to be continually updated. They can see my 5-step process. Again, I did all of this for my client as well in this order. And I also, this is just for my niche, I broke some misconceptions because some people think that when they think of YouTube, they think, oh, you need to have a big audience. But I put an example in here to really break that belief. So I talked about how, a YouTuber, if they want to make 100K a year, then it's going to take a lot of views to earn that through AdSense. And even if you achieve that, well, there are cons to that. YouTube can cut your revenue at any time. There's competition, income can fluctuate. And so if you are in a niche where there are misconceptions, like I encourage you to break those in the beginning to open people's eyes to the possibilities of what they can achieve. I also decided to include a little personal story of how I started this in my dorm room. I didn't have any subscribers. I got my first clients. I outlined my process, how much revenue I earned in the last 2 weeks, and what I was able to achieve. So I was able to afford my mom her dream vacation to Europe. The reason I added this in there was to, of course, build emotional connection. So if somebody doesn't know me, after reading this, they're going to feel more connected to me. And also it's inspiring too. So if you're in a niche and you were once experiencing the problems that your target audience is experiencing now, try to add your personal story because they're going to get to trust you, and people want to work with guides who have been where they are, who know the struggle, who don't position themselves as some perfect guru, who just, made it to Heaven Island without much trial and error. And so here I talk about how my students are earning revenue so that my students can see what's possible for them. I added this photo for brand authority, me me talking to an audience. You really want to outline as well who your membership is for and also who it's not for, just so that we can filter out the people who it's not a good fit for. It's also good to paint a picture of the dream outcome, what their life can look like once they invest in this. It's good to add a little bit more about you. So here I talked more about my expertise. I talked about how I was a TEDx intern, how many people I've helped, how I went from being a barista to doing what I'm doing now. I even talk about things like how I was mentored by Tony Robbins, also how I used to live in Indiana and how I moved to California, because even people get connection about where you're from. One time on one of my membership calls for another membership that I have, I noticed that half the people in the room were from Indiana, and I don't think that's a coincidence because statistically there's 50 states and what are the odds that half are from Indiana? And so many people connect with that. So it's good to add credibility, but also to humanize you. If you just have all these credentials like, oh, I got this degree and this certificate, it's not really as humanized, and people don't feel like they truly know who you are as a human being, as a brand. All these buttons, by the way, on the page move down to this section. And so again, I set this up pretty much the same for my clients, and they can see what they're going to get, all the logistics, and there's two different plans. You have semi-annual and you have monthly. I chose to do 6 months. You don't have to do this. You could technically have one, but I just wanted to offer this. And again, there's reasons to act now. What's going to happen when they onboard? They get to see like what's going to happen when they give me their credit card information. What sets me apart? This is good because in many cases, the niches that my clients are pursuing, there's other people pursuing that as well. And so you just want to really show people how you stand out. And the reason why I put this underneath this section here where they have the option to actually pay is because if people are on the fence, they're like, if someone's like, I don't know, like sometimes they need to have these questions answered. Like, oh, what's going to happen once I pay you? What makes you so different? Why can't I go over to this other membership and sign up for them? Like really show that you stand out. And when you do this, like let's say you're in the health niche and that's what you want to pursue, and someone over here is in the health niche. If I want to work with someone in the health niche and I like you, I don't care how much this person is charging. If I like you, I'm going to work with you because it's going to make the process of my health journey more enjoyable, more fun, and it's just going to be a better relationship, a better connection. So that's good to add. I put some case studies, some testimonials, just that people can hear, and FAQ section. So this is really simple. And again, this is all made in Kajabi. If you want help building something like this, there's a form down below and you can simply just fill it out and we can start a conversation about how I can do this for you. But moving back to the steps that I helped my client with. So the fifth thing I did with this client is I guided them and their team to create the offer and the product in Kajabi. Let me explain. So on this landing page, when people click the buttons here, you can see that a checkout page appears. This is where they can put their name and their credit card information in. And so we want to set this up in a way to where this is done. And also once they purchase, they receive the product. So in my client's case, the courses and the live Q&A, and also the directory of questions that are answered. And so what you do in Kajabi is you simply go to offers here. So in Kajabi, you can see that offers is listed underneath sales. And if you go over here, you can click on new offer. And so this is where you can make your offers here. So again, this client had an offer for an annual plan and also a monthly plan. So I could just put membership monthly plan. I would encourage you to come up with a more like classy name for a membership, something that really like speaks to your ideal client, but this is just for example purposes. And the next thing you want to do is you want to include all of the products that are included in this. So in my client's case, she had multiple courses that she wanted to give them access to, and she also wanted to give them access to a live Q&A. And so let's say these were her courses, and let's say that this was the live Q&A product. She can click continue and she can say, okay, this is a paid offer. This is a subscription. I'm doing this example for the monthly one. You can set this up for the annual one, and you can do it similarly like underneath subscription, but you would just choose if you want to do it annually that you do it once a year, just like that. But in this case, this is for the monthly plan, and this is just an example. So we'll just say once a month, and then you can select how you want them to pay you. I prefer Stripe. There's PayPal, there's Kajabi payments, but this is just for the tutorial here. So now you can see that when someone purchases this, they're going to get immediate access to these products here. Now, I want to make a distinguisher because there's two ways that you can offer live calls to your members in Kajabi. So what you could do is you could offer the community feature. So Kajabi does have a communities feature, and it's kind of like Facebook. So here is mine here. And as you can see, there's these different circles so that people can chat with each other. There's introductions, there's monthly challenges, things like that. And also it's cool because there's like a meetups feature here. So it's kind of like Zoom is built in, and when my clients are ready to join, they can click on live here and they can just join the call. And it's cool because Kajabi sends out email reminders and the link to the call before it's approaching, I think like an hour beforehand, so that people actually attend. Now, this is one feature in Kajabi, but however, my clients didn't want to offer this because she didn't really want her membership to be as much of an interactive community. She wanted it to be more like a subscription, but people can still, see the community and interact with her in the live Q&As. So she didn't want these features. And so what we did for her, and what you could do as well, is this is another product. So this is a course that I created in Kajabi, but as you can see, there is a live Q&A feature, and this here does not interfere with your live Q&As in the community. So this is like one of my offers. This is for my intermediate people, my advanced people, and my accelerator who are getting weekly group coaching. I don't want them to mix with my beginner newbies, people who never started a channel or a business. And so what you could do in Kajabi is underneath products, if you want to set it up like my clients. So if you click on new product, if you want to set it up like a Facebook group, then you can click on community here. This is like what I just showed you. But if you want it to be a course, you can still add a membership area. So this is where people can do like a live Q&A like my client wanted to do. And so what you do is, I'm just gonna put anything here. Okay, so we can ignore all this branding. You can make yours as pretty as you want. I'm gonna skip this for now because I already set up the offer. Let's see, give it 1 second to load. Okay, so once you create your course, it'll look something like this. Of course, later on, you can add course modules, you can add different lessons and quizzes. But the point of this is I wanna show you that if you go underneath settings and if you scroll down, you can toggle this on, and there is the option for a live room. So this is just for a live session, and students can still watch the recording. Now, if I wanted to connect my Facebook looking community to this, then I can toggle the other one on. So I can toggle this on. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, feel free to ask me down below. But this is what mainly her team did. So I gave them instructions and they went through, and what they did was they created also a welcome module for this membership. So the first lesson, she was like, welcome to this course. This is what you're going to learn. This is how you access all the features of this course. And one other thing I want to show you as well is it's a good idea to add an onboarding process. So once people make this purchase of the monthly plan, they're going to gain access to these products. What I like to do is, here, let me just show you mine. So this is one for my beginner membership. And me personally, once somebody makes a purchase, I like it to immediately forward them to a welcome page. So I do have like a membership welcome page of me saying, yay, congrats. Bookmark this page, all your assets are down below. And then I also send them an automation email. So you can see here underneath automations, you can write an onboarding email. And this is just where I like to tell them how to access everything. I say, congrats, welcome. Here's everything you need to know to access your material. You want to have something like this. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of people emailing you saying, hey, how do I access the live Q&As? How do I access this when everything is here? So this is a really important step, is creating your offers, your products, and an onboarding process. Again, if you want help with that, feel free to apply for my assistance down below. The sixth step that we took is we officially launched the membership. So we made the landing page available to the public, and we also started to market. So this client had 3 avenues to market. One of them was YouTube. So we posted long form videos, also shorts, and then we also posted in the community tab. We also marketed on Instagram. And again, I was guiding her team mainly through this. On Instagram, we did stories, we did carousels, we did shorts, we did regular posts, and lastly, we did email broadcasts. So this client did have a big email list, and we were sending out several emails beforehand that gave a lot of value. But of course, that said, if you want to take it a step further, we just launched this membership, take advantage before, the launch promotion ends. And really, that's it. The 7th step was that now she's delivering on her promise. So now she is, of course, she made the course material accessible, but she is preparing for the monthly live Q&A coming up. And really, the 7th thing that she did is she's just relaxing now. So now she gets to relax with her kids. She's traveling. She feels at peace. And it's good for her because, we don't want to hit a place of burnout. And I sensed for this person that we might have been hitting that point very soon. And so that's what I really love to do, is to help these YouTube entrepreneurs to really stay in their zone of genius and to really create a life that they love, because especially this client was on a beautiful mission for good. And yes, these numbers are phenomenal. However, it really is about the impact. What really lights up my soul is how many people sign up for this membership and how many people are getting value and getting help with her area of expertise. And so that's what I'm all about. And that's what you should be all about too, because I'm telling you, you can launch a membership, you can take all of these steps and you can make money. But if it's not in alignment with your ideal lifestyle, and also if it doesn't fulfill you, you're going to crash and burn. I'm warning you very early on in the process. So again, if you'd like my assistance, I am more than happy to help you. I am here to help those who are beginners, who are advanced, and also who are elite. So I do have different levels of my support. All the information is down below. I think many of you learned just by me showing my products and my services in this lesson through the tutorial what exactly I do. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can even email me if you prefer that, and we can just start a conversation and go from there. But I hope you found value in this lesson. Be sure to subscribe to my channel because I'm always giving content. I'm always giving inspiration to help you along in your process. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.